Yo, yo. I really don't like talking about politics, and I don't talk about politics at all, period. And I want to be very clear here. I am absolutely 100,000% not a Trump supporter. I don't take sides at all. I do not. I do not believe in taking sides at all. I do not. So I'm not for Trump or against Trump. I just look at him very objectively, and I look at his decisions with complete objective light. So I see a lot of people that are Trump haters. I see that there are some things that they do that they just, I don't know, it seems like they just disagree with him no matter what he does, even if he is like some of the decisions he's making it right. Let's say like, okay, he's Donald Trump, so he makes all kinds of different decisions every day. It's like they agree with 100% of the things he does. It's like they don't give him credit for anything he does the right way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if he does almost everything wrong, like 80% of things wrong, like it's like the other 20% of things that anyone could see is he did right, they will like, they'll still say it's wrong. Even the things that he does is right, they'll just say it's wrong just because it's Donald Trump, because no matter what, he's wrong. I don't like that, and I see a lot of the other Trump supporters, they'll be like, everything he does is right no matter what, and he doesn't do anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it clouds your judgment. Taking sides, like, putting labels on yourself, clouds judgment. You got to be able to look at every single thing he does objectively and say, is this a good decision? Is this a good decision? Is this a good decision? A, B, and C are all three good decisions or bad decisions? People on one side of the fence, Trump supporters, are going to say A, B, and C, all good decisions. And probably A and B is a good decision and C is a bad decision. See? But like with the Trump haters, A, B, and C, nope, all bad decisions, even though like A and B was a good decision. They say all, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like taking sides. It's for or against, no matter what. So, that's something you can't do it. No matter how much your emotions get to you, how much you don't like somebody, and no matter how much your emotions get and how much you like somebody, you cannot just agree with everything someone says, and you cannot just disagree with everything someone says and does just because he's fucking Donald Trump. And I feel like so many people do that, and they get caught up in that. It's not what you should be doing. Like, you should be able to look at everything he does and be able to look at it absolutely very objectively and say if that was like a good thing, good decision or not. Was that a good thing he did? But people just don't do that shit, man. So I know this video is probably going to get a lot of hate no matter what, because people are going to disagree no matter what, because it's Donald fucking Trump, and they don't like Donald Trump. But I will say this, like, Donald Trump coming out saying like, he was very condescending to the coronavirus outbreak at first. He didn't seem to really take it seriously in the very beginning. But here's the thing, like, no one was taking it seriously in the very beginning. And I was one of the very few people who seen the coronavirus coming like a long way ahead of time. And I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to be a big deal. I knew it was going to be like, it wasn't going to be like Ebola. It wasn't going to be like SARS. It wasn't going to be like all these other viruses. It was really going to be different this time. I knew it since day one. And I would talk to people about it, and nobody thought it was going to be a big deal, except for me. Donald Trump, I mean, he's just like everybody else. I mean, he didn't see it coming ahead of time. Nobody did. Like, everyone is attacking Trump for downplaying the virus in the very beginning. But, like, there was millions and millions and millions of people who were doing the same thing. I mean, he's just like anybody else. He's not an expert in infectious diseases. And he never was an expert in president. It is not, you cannot depend and rely on the president of the United States judgment of how an infectious virus is going to go. They're not trained in that. They're not trained and specialized in knowledge of infectious diseases. That's not his job. That is not he's not supposed to just know when an infectious disease is going to be a big deal or not. No one is gonna know that. But everyone's saying, oh, he's an idiot because he didn't see it coming way ahead of time. Like, I mean, yeah, he's not a genius. He probably should have seen it coming a little sooner. But he isn't a infectious disease expert. I would honestly, I'm not saying that what he did wasn't wrong, but what I am saying is I would put most of the blame on the Centers for Disease Control and the World Health Organization, because they were the ones downplaying this virus. They were the ones say all kinds of shit, like about the travel bans. Like, he put the travel bans up for Europe, China, pretty early, and the CDC, they were kind of against it. They were like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the nitty-gritty of it, but I do know this much. I know a lot of things about the CDC that they were saying, and they were very, like, they said, like, this is a virus, it's kind of, like, serious, but, like, not serious enough. Because the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the World Health Organization, those people are the experts in infectious viruses and illnesses and diseases. They are the ones that should know about this stuff. They are the ones that should have seen this coming. And they should have been screaming to the mountaintops back in February that we need to do every little thing in our power to stop this virus. And what they should have done is the first cases started coming in, they should have just shut down everything, all travel outside of the country completely. And they should have locked it down. Like, let's say you get one case in, like say, Washington State. Think about it like this. You get that one case in the United States, you shut down all the borders to all the other countries, and you shut down the whole fucking state of Washington. It'll never leave Washington State. It'll be a big deal. It'll be a pain in the ass, like, to be able to lock down a whole state. But it'll never, ever, ever be able to leave Washington State no matter what. Problem solved. Problem solved right there. And then you just get closer and closer, you nail it down, and you really put a lot of focus on it, and you could eradicate the virus. But the thing is, they weren't going to do that. And they're never going to do that. And they're probably never going to do a lockdown. That's a pretty big problem, because the only country that did a lockdown was Wuhan, China. And quite frankly, they're the only ones that are seeing real progress. So unfortunately, because we're not going to do what Wuhan, China did, we're going to have to suffer the consequences of, not doing it. I mean, if you don't want to do it, don't want to invade people's rights, then everyone's going to die. I mean, that's just how it is. There's no way around it, really, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, man, I would just say don't put most of the blame on Trump, because the CDC, man, those people are fucking idiots over there. I mean, come on, man. Look at China. Look how much better they have done at controlling this virus than we have in the United States. It is unbelievable. In China and South Korea, they're all wearing masks. They've been wearing masks since day one, and they're getting 50 cases a day. The U.S. is getting 35,000 cases every day. South Korea and China, all wearing masks. United States and Europe, they're not wearing masks, because the CDC keeps saying, don't wear masks, don't wear masks, don't wear masks. I'm sorry. You can hate Trump all you want, but the CDC is the biggest effing idiots here. They are the biggest effing idiots I've ever seen in my life. Why are you going to go against with the people who have the most success, China and South Korea, wearing masks? Why are you going to go against what the best of the best are doing? Like, that is unbelievable. They're absolutely experts in infectious diseases. Finally, they come out and admit we should all be wearing masks. We should all be wearing masks to stop the spread. Finally, they admit they were wrong all along. Oh my God, those people up there are fucking idiots, and they need to be dressed as idiots. I need to find out exactly the names of who the fuck made the decision of making that official statement possible, saying don't wear masks, don't wear masks. They should all be fired on the spot and actually put in prison for misleading the public.